Man, have I got a monster question for you.
You better get fired up!
Man, I got a monster opportunity, man. I am excited. I told you in episode 1, this show is built on letting other realtors, other entrepreneurs know the hurdles that I'm going through. And we'll see, man. Some of these things I'm going to be successful with. Some of these things I'm not going to be so successful with. What a great opportunity for you to look at it and say, I'm going to follow the great things and I'm going to ignore those crazy things that he's doing, man. So let the successes be your successes and absolutely get rid of those things that I'm failing at and do not fail at those. Just watch me do it, right? So here's the big thing that's popped up. 20 days from now, I told you guys I'm going down to Port St Lucie, Florida. It's just north of Miami. It's a nice big city that not a lot of people have heard of. I am fired up to get down there, right? But I've still got until July where I'm contracted in the Army. So I sat down with the wife today and we talked about it for a while and we decided, hey, I'm going to go down there in 20 days. 20 days I'm going down there. I'm going to spend 4 days and man, I already started creating all the things that I need to do to prepare to absolutely crush it down there, man. So what I want to do is I want to share with you guys some of the things that I'm thinking, some of the things that I'm preparing, and what I expect out of the actions that I'm going to take down there so that when I come back, I can do kind of an episode 2 to this and show you whether or not I think I did what was best down there, right? So let's just go over a couple of those things. First thing, so I'm getting into real estate. I need to talk to some brokers. I've already done some research. I already know the brokers' names. I know what the focus of each brokerage is and kind of what they're trying to do. I want to talk to those guys because I want to find out if we're a fit, right? I don't want to keep researching 15 companies. I want to narrow it down to 2 or 3. So what I'd like to do is go meet with some of these brokers, see what they've got, see what their market share is, see what their sales pitch is, see if it fits with my business well, and it's going to do a couple things for me, right? Number 1, I can see all their processes. I can see what I don't need to continue creating because they've already created it and what I maybe assumed they would have and they don't, so I better get my butt to work on those things, right? So that is something that's going to help me with that. Also, I've got a whole list of questions that I've been preparing. I know exactly what I want to know out of those guys before I'm going to say yes or no. That's sales, baby. Every time you get a no from somebody in sales, you shouldn't hear no. You should hear, I've got a problem with moving forward. If you can get out of them what the problem is, you can let them know, hey, either this product or service is not for you, so let's just shake hands and move on. Or, man, now that I know your problem, I know how to solve that problem, so let me give you the answers. So that's what I'm trying to do with these guys, right? I'm giving them all the problems that I have moving forward with a particular brokerage. And if they give me all the answers I'm looking for, baby, we're shaking hands and we're getting out of there quick, right? Because I've got what it is I'm looking for. Next thing I'm looking for, I'm going to go meet with all the people that I know I'm going to work with, right? So I know I'm going to work with lenders. I know I'm going to work with closers. I know I'm going to work with inspectors. There's a slew of people that are absolutely critical to my business. If I can get a leg up and actually meet with those people, and I'm going to research the heck out of them before I go down there so I know who I want to meet with, I know the questions I want to ask, and I'm going to try to build those relationships 5 months early before I get down there, right? That's the goal, baby. So I'm going to meet with those people. Next, farm. I don't want to get into the details of what a farm is, right? But it's a type of prospecting where you have, so for me, it's going to be about 500 homes, and I'm going to hit those suckers up all the time. They're either going to see my face or they're going to see a mailing with my face on it every single month. I call those guys all the time. I mail them. I'm knocking on their door literally 2-3 times a week. That farm is absolutely critical to me. I want to go around. I want to see the farms. I want to see all the different options that I have for these neighborhoods. I want to see the turnover rates. I want to see the average price. I want to see what it's close to. I want to see if it's appealing. I want to see if it's something that I can genuinely, from my heart, sell to people. Because if you've got a product or a service that you just sell naturally because you think it's absolutely a great product or service, your sales are over, man. It's easy. It's a piece of cake at that point. That's what you're looking for. So if I can find that neighborhood that I fall in love with, it's going to be that much easier to help everybody else fall in love with it too, right? And then last is, where am I going to live? That's a big thing, man. And it sounds like you focus on the business. Why you focus on where you're going to live? Because there are a lot of business things attached to that, right? So let's start with the first thing. I got to go to the gym every morning. If that gym is 3 minutes away, that's 6 minutes round trip. If that gym is 15 minutes away, That's 30 minutes round trip. That's 24 minutes every single day, 7 days a week that I am losing because I chose to live 15 minutes from a gym instead of 3 minutes from a gym. That's huge, man. That's a game changer. That 24 minutes is literally, I don't know, 5, 10 sales a year I could get out of that. I have to get close to a gym. That's critical, right? Traffic. Am I in a high traffic area? I don't want to be, right? I want to live on the outskirts where I can easily get around to everything as quick as I can instead of trying to get out of the hubbub, right? So that I can get to all the places I need to get. So knowing the traffic, knowing where it is I'm primarily going to be selling and who I'm going to be meeting with, that stuff is critical to me. So I want to find out how all of that's working, right? And then lastly, if I'm going to have this farm and I'm going to go there 2-3 times a week, I want to be within 5 minutes of that farm, right? A good friend of mine, Greg Witowitz, buddy, I know you're listening. Thank you, my man. He told me, he said, hey, listen, one of the big convenient things that really helped me with my business was making sure that I had a home that was between my home, or I had a farm that was between my home and between the brokerage that I worked for. So as I went to and from work every day, I had to pass through it, right? So it was so convenient. If you left the flyers or the little marketing materials, whatever it was you were using, in your car, you had nothing, no excuses, no reasons not to stop and get it done that day, right? Which just forwards you on with your goals. It progresses you through your goals. So I want to know that I'm close to that farm. So I'm going to go check it out for that reason too. So hey, here's what I'm asking of you guys, right? This is built for entrepreneurs, man. Give me that feedback. I want to give you some feedback too. Let me know if there's something I'm missing, right? And I guarantee you can think of a slew of things. I can think of a slew of things. But in 4 days, man, that is a jam-packed schedule. So if you're telling me anything, right, and it's important, I'd like to know what on my list do you think I should get rid of to add that thing. I want to know, baby. I want the perfect 4 days. Last thing I'm going to say too, I'm not just going down there with this list. This list is going to be researched for hours. So I know every person, every brokerage, every place that I'm going. I know it all, baby. I know everything that's going on, and I'm going to crush it down there.